Hey, what's going on, you guys? Before I begin, I just want to point out the fact, just a little bit of honesty. I started doing this. I had this idea to be in motivation and public speaking a couple years ago. And I actually started by posting motivational quotes and videos on Instagram, which eventually made their way to my Facebook page. And I just decided not too long ago to start posting videos to YouTube just to kind of help, build my name, work on the brand, and maybe find a different approach to get my name out there. But then, I got to thinking about it. I posted a couple videos, but I never actually got around to introducing myself. Now, some of you on my Facebook page are close friends, relatives. Maybe we've had some sort of acquaintance before. So you already know who I am. So you don't necessarily need an introduction. But for the rest of you coming to the channel, rest of you coming to my page, I want to give you an official introduction. I should say, allow me to formally introduce myself. The name is Robert Anderson Jr. And yes, I put my full government out there. Currently living in the Los Angeles area. And at the time of this recording, I am 31 years old. The two young ladies you see in my intro are the reasons why I'm doing this. They are what I call the why in my hustle. My beautiful wife of almost 7 years, Julia, and Jayla. That's my princess, who I call my sugar bear. Now, I decided to go this route because going back several years, I realized I was comfortable on the stage. I have a bit of experience doing stand-up comedy, which eventually graduated into me doing improv. And I was heavily involved in my church and everything else. So I already knew that the kind of jokes and things that I wanted to deliver, the kind of image that I wanted to present for myself had to be godly. But yet at the same time, there was something else that just wasn't quite there. And then there was a message that I heard in church one Sunday that basically said to me, it spoke to me and told me basically that I could give a powerful message and give the audience something to think on, to ponder on, give them something, educate them, but also entertain them, make them laugh, make myself more memorable. So with that, the dream to becoming a professional motivational speaker was born. However, the problem with myself is that it took me a long time to figure out exactly where I was going to go. Who do I speak to? What am I going to speak about? How do I get paid? And that one I'm still trying to figure out myself, actually, to be truthfully honest. And now to get into the channel itself. The name Full Armor Motivation was inspired by the full armor of God in the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verses 10 through 18, where the Apostle Paul laid out in a letter to the people of Ephesus a way in which to do spiritual warfare, where he listed the helmet of salvation, the breastplate of righteousness, the belt of truth, the shoes or the footwear of the gospel of the peace, the sword of the spirit, and the shield of faith. And quite honestly, it was my very first sermon that I'd actually given at the church. And the name came to me. It was sort of inspired by my wife also, who said that as a motivational speaker, I should come up with something cool. And I thought of the name, and it sounded cool to me, to be truthfully honest, and it stuck. Now, Full Armor Motivation is set to inspire and motivate young people, particularly young men. And to get even more specific than that, young men who are experiencing fatherhood, and even those, especially those, who grew up without positive male role models in their lives. Being still a fairly young man, I feel as though I could relate to many of these young people who are willing to be fathers, and even those who are looking to take the right path and become married and commit themselves to one woman, and are looking for advice and some guidance and some motivation to learning how to be a better man. Because as I didn't have a positive example on what a husband should be, nor what a father should be, I am dedicated to being what I believe I didn't get a positive example of. And I would like to take that example and present that to those of us who not only need it, but also decide that we want to know what it's all about. With that being said, once again, I officially welcome you to my channel. If you like my videos, the content that I put up for the foreseeable future, feel free to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, feel free to share with anyone you know who could use a little extra motivation. And until the next video, have a great day on purpose. Peace out.